when they come for your looks, they don't have shit. It means that they are threatened by your character, by your actions, and it terrifies them. So remember that, because this is a trigger warning, fat shaming while black.
Can somebody please explain to me the difference between fat shaming while black and fat shaming while white? Because I truly do not know. I have a lack of pigment, but I'm black. Does this mean that it's acceptable to fat shame me? But if I was to be darker skinned, then I would have to be treated with more care and more respect? I don't know. I don't get what these rules are. They keep making them up as they go along.
And it's for educational purposes only. Meet Zy Bryant, who just at the ripe old age of 15 got the Robert E. Lee statue and the park renamed because why? It's a little bit racist. And she did it while she was 15 in high school.
Why is it racist? Please explain to me. Now, I know Robert E. Lee and I know the history of it, but why is it that we need to erase history? Because if you remember correctly, those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat. So if we don't learn from this nonsense that happened in the past, we're doomed to repeat it. So her erasing it makes absolutely zero sense. This is coming from a black dude.
And now she's a student activist at Charlottesville. Now meet Morgan Bettinger. During a 2020 Black Lives Matter protest, Morgan said that she told a truck driver, "It's a good thing you're here, otherwise these people would be speed bumped." These people.
Yes, these people. Doesn't have anything to do with race. I'm positive you've used the term "these people" to describe somebody before. I know I have, and it had nothing to do with their color. Nobody cares what your skin color is. You're making a bigger deal out of the wording than anybody else is. Good Lord. I've used these people for a group of white people, group of Hispanic people, group of different nationalities. Like, good Lord. You're making a bigger deal out of it than everyone else. And you're making a bigger deal out of a conservative out there who's heard this story, or every black person who's heard this story and has gotten full context. Yeah, these people. Not that big of a deal.
Zayna said she heard it, and she was going to let Morgan know. Later, she said she may have misheard her, but even Morgan said she said words that were almost exactly the same to a truck driver. And since then, Morgan has now filed a lawsuit with the university over her protected speech.
All right, let's put this nonsense into context. Let's see. Bryant made it about race. It had nothing to do with race. What the white lady said, I forget the lady's name, or else I would call her by her name. What the white lady said was, "I'm so glad you were there, truck driver, because if you weren't, these people would have been speed bumps because I would not have seen them." And you know why she said that? Because they were acting a fool in the middle of the street where cars were. There was no signaling of there being any protest, no people there whatsoever. So, that's why she said it. That's why she said it. Had nothing to do with their race. Y'all are making it about race. And also, maybe you should calm down a little bit. Tone it down a little bit. You're yelling over a lot of nothing. Yeah, she's fighting for her protected speech because the school took away her protected speech. Kicked her out. This is totally within her protected speech. Grow up.
Why would you need protected speech if you didn't say what you said?
It's not that difficult to understand. Bryant made a claim, school did an investigation. When the school's investigation turned up nothing to save face and not come off as, quote, racist, they still kicked the white lady out, even though there was no proof of what Bryant said in the first place. That is why the white lady is suing over her protected speech. It is not that hard to understand, lady.
So that's what makes this next portion super controversial, and why everybody's doing the whole new Bud Light boycott for Dove Beauty. Dove has made Zayna the new spokesperson for their fat liberation campaign, and people are pissed.
Yeah, of course we're pissed. Because she falsely accused a white lady of making light of harming black people. She faced zero repercussions, and in fact, ruined that white lady's entire future. With zero repercussions, so of course we're pissed off.
Guess who one of the people who is hard-pressed about that? Our girl Marge. See, this is Marge's professional account, right? Her representative page on Twitter, X, whatever. But on her personal page, Marge posted this. Making an obese person the face of your company's beauty brand is promoting a lifestyle that causes life-threatening diseases. Remember that obesity was the top comorbidity causing hospitalization and death during COVID. We should be helping people out of obesity, not glorifying it. But elevating a person who has hatefully lied to hurt another is even worse at death.
I mean, where is she wrong? As an obese person myself, what word of any of that was wrong? And she did lie about somebody. She even admitted to lying about somebody. So where is she wrong? Obesity is not to be glorified. But here we are glorifying it. In spades, might I add. This is literally for their fat liberation campaign. I'm sorry, I'm a fatty. I don't need to be liberated. I need to lose some pounds. And I have. I used to be 590 and now I'm around 366. So yeah, fat liberation's stupid. What's your next point?
Let me break down the bullshit for you, what that says, okay? Whatever happens with Morgan's lawsuit happens with Morgan's lawsuit. If Zayna said she heard it, or then later misheard it, she heard it, and you don't get to minimize her experience for what she went through.
So let me get this straight. Because she's a black lady, if she misheard something, but then stood by the fact that she heard it, you don't get to say anything because you're minimizing her experience because she's black. But if it was reversed, if it was the white lady and, that whole thing, you would have been like, oh, you just lied about a black woman. You deserve to be punished. The double standards of these folks. It's rich. I'm sorry, you don't get to lie about somebody and not face repercussions in a normal society. You just don't. So yes, we do get to minimize her experience because her experience was a lie. It was a bold-faced, blatant lie. So yes, we can minimize the experience that she did not have. Good Lord. And she doesn't get to ruin people's lives unjustly.
Period. So an award-winning, young, beautiful, plus-size, student, black, intelligent activist.
Marjorie Taylor Greene never said one thing about Bryant's race, but you certainly are making a big deal out of it. You're calling her smart, black, intelligent, black this, black that, black whatever. But I'm positive, I'm almost certain, you look at people like Thomas Sowell, Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens, or even somebody who's in the middle like YouTuber Ruined Leon, as house Negroes, because they don't say what you want them to say. You give off that vibe.
Gets to be the face of Dove, and now all of a sudden, you're pressed again. Why are you mad? Because she's fat? Because she's black? She's intelligent? That's a fucking triple threat.
First off, we've already made it very clear the main reason why we're angry. We're angry because she ruined a girl's life over misunderstanding something, which I don't even believe she misunderstood it. If she was intelligent, she would actually apologize for saying that she misunderstood it and demand that girl be allowed back into that school. But no, she just allowed the girl's life to be completely ruined because selfishness. So that's it. And the side thing, which is the last thing, is we're tired of seeing fat people being praised for being fat. Because this is literally a made-up position called fat liberation. So yes, that's the minor thing we're upset with, is the fat liberation crap. We're pissed off that she ruined a woman's life because she wanted to.
And Mark's throwing that shit in there about, oh, COVID and we should be helping. Motherfucker, no you don't. You don't give two shits about that. You care that a beautiful, young, black, strong female is now the face of Dove Beauty.
If that was the case, why hasn't Marjorie Taylor Greene, or anyone else who's complaining about that for that matter, why haven't they gone after any other black models? Any other ones, the non-problematic ones, the ones who have not tried to ruin people's lives. If we're just mad that we're seeing a black woman be the face of Dove. Do you realize how ridiculous that statement sounds? If you really listen to yourself talk? Because it sounds pretty dang ridiculous.
That's too woke for you. Then choose a different brand. Because I'm going to go buy all the Dove that I can right now to support this. I suggest you do the same. When they come for your looks, they have nothing else.
I mean, you've got one thing correct. You guys keep going after Donald Trump's looks, so that means you have nothing. You go after Candace Owens' looks, which means you have nothing on her. You see, that statement goes both ways. And I love how you point out Marjorie Taylor Greene, but you don't point out the countless black people who also have issues with this. Because if you were to point out the countless black people that have issues with this whole thing, then your whole narrative of racist white person is mad at big, beautiful black woman goes down the toilet. And I'm sure there are some big, beautiful black women that are tired of seeing this nonsense as well. Because you know what? Us fat people, we're not a monolith. We don't think the same. We all have different opinions. Fat black women have different opinions. But keep doing your little song and dance. Keep being a white ally for a group of people that have openly stated that they don't even like you. Me? I'm going to call out bullcrap where I see bullcrap. And this whole situation is a ton of bullcrap. Goodbye.